Welcome to Embroidery Digitizing with IDS, the Intelligent Digitizing System. This system allows us to create embroidery designs from images, from a scan, from a digital picture. We can also do monogramming, editing, and lettering all within the program. IDS has several powerful tools that allow us to digitize using manual punch tools, semi-automatic tools, or fully automatic tools. This allows us to digitize within seconds. And when we do digitize, we have many powerful tools at our fingertips that we can use to adjust or alter any design that we create. When using the IDS program, we are able to grab designs from within our computer library. We can grab designs from the internet, like I said before, from our digital camera or scanner. And in here, when we grab an image, we select it with a left click, and then we can go ahead and press OK. We can create complex images or create complex designs from the complex images just by simply bringing it in and pressing OK. Once we press OK, the program will instantly recognize the design. It will read the areas, read the colors, and as soon as I hit continue to go into the program, we can now resize the design at any size we'd like, and we can do it now or later. Once we press OK and bring it into the program, all we have to do is hit this Go button. This Go button allows the program to read the areas, put in the appropriate stitch types, and put in the appropriate pathing for our design. And once we look at this design, that design is actually ready to go to my machine. If I don't want to make any changes to it, I can make any change that I want to this design. And with the powerful tools within our artwork view and our stitch settings, we can make this design our own, and we can get as advanced as we want, or we can get as simple as we'd like just by exporting this design. Once a design is created in the program, you do have the ability, like I said before, to change it. If you don't want to change it and you want to send it directly to your machine, you have a worksheet that you can print out. Here we will just click on the print preview so we can see that worksheet. And I will name this Bull. I give it a title. I'll go ahead and preview my design, and here we can see all the settings that we need, or all the colors that we need for the design, how the design is going to stitch, and in addition we do have a full template of the design just by itself. This print preview, or this print worksheet, gives us all the information that we need for the design to take to our machine. Let's take a look at this program a little bit closer as far as what we can do within the software to do any editing. First of all, we're going to start a new design, and again we are going to pull an image from my computer. I will scroll down and choose an image. I'll press OK, and once we press OK, it does bring it into the image processor. I will deselect that because I do want some white in my design. We'll go ahead and press OK. And what the program's doing, it's looking at the areas, it's tracing it for us, and in here we can make any changes we want before we bring it in. We can also make changes after we bring it in. So we'll go ahead and press OK and continue. And when we continue, it's reading the design. You can see in the left hand side it was giving us the status of that design being read. So the resize box appears, and with this resize box we can change it now or later, like I said. We will just leave it as is and press OK. Once we press OK, we can see the image itself, the outlines, which this is what the program drew for us. If we turn off that original image in the background, those are the wireframes that the program drew. We'll go ahead and hit go, and once we hit go, it puts in those stitches for us. Like I said, if we want to change anything, we can. Within this design, if I see that I have these white highlights and I don't necessarily like those, or I want to take those out, I can zoom in on these areas just with my zoom in tool. I'll go ahead and take these areas now with a right click, and I can select multiple at a time for fast editing. So with these right clicks selected, we will go in and just completely delete them. Once those are deleted, you'll see now that I have some holes in here. These holes are good because it doesn't stack the stitching on top of each other. But when we have holes with the fabric coming through, we want to definitely fill these holes up. So I'm going to take all these areas at once. Again, we can select multiple at a time and go to our artwork view. And in our artwork view, we can grab all our tools, say fill all these voids up, and most of them will be filled. You'll see some are still appearing though, and that's because of the way the outline is. So to close it up, I do have some tools. I like to use the Adjust with an Arc tool, and I can then just close it up with these easy to use tools. These tools are very much like tools that you see in vector artwork programs such as Illustrator or Corel. So if you're familiar with that, a lot of these tools come very, very easy to you. So as I'm closing all these up, once I'm done, the stitches are actually going to follow as soon as I hit that go button, and now you can see all my stitches are filled in those areas. So we'll just see this design ready to go in the 3D stitch view, and along with these changes that I can also make changes such as stitch type. If I want to take this area right here and I'd like to change the stitch type of it, I can go to my stitch settings, and within those stitch settings I can choose the fill type that I'd like. You have all these different fills that you can choose from. We have automatic applique, cross stitch, arc tools, and you can layer, you can feather, you can do all kinds of things. Within the complex fill, I'll go to the complex tab at the top. We can even go in and find a pattern that we'd like. We can put it in there, or we can actually move these scrolls and create our own patterns. Not only is this creating a pattern for this stitch type, but for any other stitch types that take a pattern. I'll go ahead and press OK, and OK again. It automatically recalculates. Whenever I hit go, recalculates, and I can see that design now with a new stitch type. I can even take part of the design itself, such as this M, and make little M's inside this design just by going to accessories and stamp pattern and creating this stamp pattern. Once I create the stamp pattern, I put it in my library, and you can see there's already a whole bunch of these. I'll go ahead, and with this area selected, I'll go to my stitch properties. First of all, we will use a stamp pattern, which is right down here, and there's my M. I can take that M, I can move it around, I can do whatever I'd like with it. You really have a lot of control over what you can do within this software. Even though it is automatic, you can change anything that you want. So we'll go ahead and press OK and OK again. Let's go ahead and generate those stitches, and once we do, you can now see those M's in there. With this program, because it does allow you to do automatic digitizing, you have more time to spend on things like changing stitch types or giving it dimension or fixing something that you don't like. As we know, we don't always get designs that are, easy and ready to go. Sometimes we are presented with designs that are not great, designs from the internet, JPEG files, and things like that. We understand that those are out there, so that's why we give you all the tools that you need to do any manual digitizing, semi-automatic digitizing, or fully automatic. We can do fully automatic digitizing with images that are not so great, such as if I bring up this image, you can see here that from afar, as it is smaller, it looks okay, but as I zoom in on this image, it's very pixelized, it's very rough, it's very blurry. So when I bring it into the program, as you can see, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and bring that into the program. I won't do anything like I did before. And once I generate my stitches, I get a big blob. You can go in and edit this, but there are better ways to bring it in. Because this gives you the flexibility of overriding any setting, you can go in to the program, you can define colors, you can change the graphic type, anything that you want. Once I press OK, now I want you to see my wireframe, remove that image in the background and generate my stitches. So now you can see that even a bad image, we can bring that in, we can change it, we can even go into our editor in our artwork editing and change that as much as we'd like. So I hope you can see that this is a very powerful program. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are several other tools that are in here, and we'd love to show you how you can use those. If you'd like a demonstration, a live demonstration of the software, you can always visit us at zskmachines.com. Give us a call at 877-724-6400 and you can set up a time for a live online demonstration. If you'd like to send us images, we'd love to show you how it would work in the software. Thanks for watching, and we hope to talk to you soon.